Bernie and I are out riding today after getting back from Texas. Let's do a recap. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel, and thanks for stopping by. Today, Bernie and I are out riding. One of the things we said on the trip was we gotta ride more.
I gotta force them.
We were a little winded on those long rides in Texas.
Winded, little. Bro, I'll be honest with you, I was dying. Like.
That first one, we rode at the, I think it was the Captex Cruisers, older guys on Thursday night, and those guys rode fast.
They make me look shame.
Man, like they were riding quick. And luckily on the Monzas we had the bigger gearing. The Monzas come with the 4416, so kind of we were able to kind of keep up, but we had to work for it. And it didn't help that we were 4 miles away from the starting point.
Right? We'd warm up before we'd ride at least.
And then we had to go ride with them. We rode probably close to 20 miles, and then we had to ride another 4 miles back to our Airbnb. We'll get to that later, though.
Yeah.
We'll share with you what happened on that ride, but figure we'll do a recap of each day, just kind of getting our thoughts on the Texas BMX Roundup trip that we just went on, as we kind of ride on our normal ride. And look how slow we're going compared to,
you know what, though,
how fast we was going with those other guys.
This is Hawaii. This is how we ride.
Yeah, Bernie and I, like, when you talk about cruising, like, this is it.
You don't call the channel cruising in the 808 for nothing. We cruising.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
So
but
anyway,
hey, no point intended to the other guys, man.
Yeah. So I'm out on the Skyway since we changed the tires to the gum walls. Got a lot of comments about that. I think people like this one better than the black. We got the black chain. I also added blue donuts because these grips, I was getting kind of blisters with these Amy's. So I just stuck some donuts on there. Some Radical Rick donuts from Flight.
Nice.
So if you had this one word to sum up this trip that we went on, what would it be?
One word.
One word.
Awesome.
You can think about one word.
Awesomeness.
Awesomeness?
Yeah. I had to put the ness because it was real good fun.
Okay.
Was enjoyable. Wasn't like on real vacation.
I'm glad you thought it was a vacation.
I know, for you it's like plenty work because you was my kind
it was
Uber driver.
It was a lot of work. I think if I were to choose a word to describe the trip, it would be maybe tiring.
Yeah. You know what? Driving is a lot, Kev.
Yeah.
It's stressful, you know?
So I did the driving on the trip, and Bernie, like, if Bernie doesn't have his glasses,
I'm useless.
He's useless
I tell
as
you
a
that all the
co-pilot.
time, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'll pass him my phone and be like, okay, trying to look for something. He's like, I don't want my readers. I can do nothing.
Yeah, everything is I can see.
Dude.
Ears already. I know, I felt bad, dude.
So yeah, we weren't able to. Yeah, there was, and I think I say tiring because, I mean, from the first day already, like, so for us, we left on Wednesday night. No, Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
We left on Tuesday night. Like, a lot of times when you leave for the mainland out of Hawaii, your flights are either early in the morning or maybe in the evening. And it's like, if it's in the evening, you're doing an overnight flight.
Yeah.
And so we left at like 10:50 our time, flew into San Francisco, got there early in the morning, and then had like almost a 2-hour layover in San Francisco before we flew out to Austin. Got to Austin at about close to 3 o'clock, picked up the van, and then we found out that there were no bikes.
Yep.
That
Zero
we could pick
bikes.
up. Our plan was to go pick up the bikes. Couldn't do that because FedEx dropped the ball. And they were supposed to have the bikes delivered on Tuesday, and they did not. And so we were kind of like, okay, what are we gonna do? We ended up getting something to eat and kind of just, did we go shopping too that night? I think we did, yeah.
For food.
Grocery shopping.
Grocery shop, yeah.
And then we came back to the Airbnb and then watched some videos on YouTube. I was showing Bernie Brandon's channel, showing him who Mike was, because we were gonna go visit. Brandon was gonna meet us the next day from BMX Dreaming, and we're gonna meet up at Mike's Bikes BMX shop, which is now
Fat Lip.
USA. So didn't really get to do much on that first day. So that was day one. Any other thoughts on day one?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, pretty uneventful. We were hoping to be putting together bikes that night already.
I know. I was
our
all
plan.
set. I was
Yeah.
like, all check, ready to go.
Exactly.
I was like psyching myself up, like, okay, we're gonna get there. and
Yeah.
We're gonna put together 5 bikes. You know.
At least get started. I don't know if we would put together all 5 that day,
Yeah.
but at least get started on it. That didn't happen. So went to bed kind of late. Woke up a little late the next day. And then it was just kind of like a waiting game.
Yeah.
Like, are the bikes gonna get there? I was up early.
Yeah,
on
you was
the
actually
phone.
earlier.
Yeah, day 2, I was up early. Woke up at like 6:30, I don't know why.
Yeah.
On the phone with FedEx, trying to get an answer from them, and they were of no help. So FedEx, you guys sucked. You guys just flat out sucked. Customer service was terrible.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
automated phone system was terrible.
You call them and it's like, oh, you just want to punch that lady in the
Yeah.
face.
Well, it was like, it wasn't even it was an automated person, like
Yeah.
an automated robot.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just want to speak to a person. They wouldn't let me speak to a person. And then everything, I put in the tracking number, and they're like, oh, the latest, here's the info. I think it was at that time, it was like at a sorting facility or something like that. And that's
Yeah.
all they had.
Yep.
And I was offering to go pick it up because I think we were like only 3 miles away from the FedEx center.
We were close.
And I didn't want to change the delivery status to picking up, because then it said like, oh, that'll add a day to your pickup. I was like, hell no.
We don't want that kind of time.
I want to wait another day. So we waited, and at about noon, we got confirmation that it was delivered.
Yeah.
But Angel's house, it's a good 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
Why am I so winded? Holy crap. So anyway, we had to drive all the way out to Angel's house at about noon. On the way back, we had to pee. 2 old guys had to just pee. And we're like,
I know
where are we
going
gonna
with the
go?
story.
So we find the McDonald's, and then we're like, I guess we haven't eaten lunch. guess we might as well just eat. That's the first time Bernard has eaten McDonald's in years.
Probably since the pandemic.
Yeah, and so we grabbed something to eat.
Rubbish food.
Yeah. So we did not eat well on this trip, that's for sure.
Especially McDonald's.
Yeah.
And Coke. Ew.
So basically we got back to the Airbnb, dropped off the bikes, and then headed straight out to go like a 2-hour drive out to Bryan College Station, Texas, to go to Mike's. And that was a long drive, dude.
That was a long drive.
That was a long drive. It was well worth it.
It was.
Because meeting Mike for the first time and checking out his shop, well worth it.
The guy is like super cool.
Yeah. And his shop is amazing. The work he does is amazing. So it was well worth the trip, but it was long. And you know, by that time it's like 3 o'clock and I'm tired already. And so Bernie and I are like just trying to keep each other awake.
A lot of fun stories.
And yeah, I kind of wish we filmed what was in the car because we had some really funny moments.
We had some hilarious moments.
Yeah.
I had some like video, what you got at? Videography 101 crash course.
Yeah.
Press the record button though.
I'm telling Bernie to like capture B-roll while we're in the car, right? Of like what we're seeing in front of us or maybe stuff on the side, and he's over there like, you know, pointing it forward,
looking around,
pointing at the side, looking around. But then I noticed he's not recording.
I was practicing.
Yeah, I was like, bruh, you gotta press the button. So then, yeah, and then we're kind of also using the iPhone a lot. I didn't want to like bring my big ass camera, so we brought just the iPhone. So we're shooting a lot of stuff with my phone, and we're using a wide lens, and the wide lens is on the back of the phone. So you have to like start recording and then kind of flip it upside down so that you can point the wide lens at us, so we can see more of us in the car, right? And so the first time Bernie did it, he was like, I was trying to tell him, okay, you point it away from you, hit record and turn him around. And he's like rotating like the phone, doing everything but I must have been really bad at explaining that.
No, it's just me that just couldn't figure him out.
So he finally understands what I'm telling him, what I want him to do.
I got him now.
And then we record this whole segment. We look at it, and then he had it pointing in selfie mode. So when he flipped the camera, he was pointing out the window at the rearview mirror.
You gotta practice, bro.
Okay, record. Yeah. Bernie getting some crash course in filming.
Yeah.
Anyway, just so we got notice that the bikes have arrived. So hey, it's a good thing we saw that when we did.
Right.
That was hilarious though.
That was.
So we were cracking up about that.
Bruh, that's some good fun moments right there on the trip. See, it cannot be perfect, like, gotta get that kind.
Exactly.
Gotta get.
And you know what? That stuff happens. That's life. Make mistakes.
Yeah.
The lesson here that we should have followed, because we got bit in the butt later, and we'll talk about that a little later.
Oh.
But is to check the footage.
Yeah.
Because we did on that, and we noticed.
Yeah.
It was wrong, so we shot it again, did it the right way, and then we're fine. Later on the trip, we didn't do that, and we'll explain that. But anyway, still, day 2, we make it to Mike's, and Brandon isn't there yet. So we're just hanging out, talking to Mike a little bit, checking out his shop. Brandon gets there, we get to meet him for the first time. Shout out to Brandon.
Yep.
At BMX Dreaming.
Woo-hoo.
And then we do an interview with Mike, and really solid interview. Bernie did a really good job of kind of like, you know, keeping us in the frame. And then, you know, what I was impressed with is when Mike talked about that GT Interceptor,
Yeah.
how you went over there and you showed
Oh.
it. That was pretty good. I was like, hey, Bernie, right on.
See, I screw up a couple times, but you know, I try.
Yeah, see?
I'm not you is like, I don't know how.
He's there. You did a solid job.
That's cool.
So we filmed the interview, and I mean, we ended up staying there like at least 2 hours.
If not longer.
Yeah, because we didn't leave there till like after 6 o'clock, man. And
And we never had nothing for eat.
yeah, we didn't eat anything since our crappy McDonald's.
Yeah.
And then we still had a 2-hour drive back.
Yep.
And this time Brandon is with us. So we have his bike in the car, in the van. He's in the back. And we got another 2-hour drive back to our area. And then we get back. And then I think we went to the HEB.
HEB, yeah.
Which is like a supermarket. And we just grabbed stuff from their kind of cooler area, like, I don't know, where they have like just
Pre-made meals.
Pre-made meals, yeah. And pretty much just kind of like heated up a dinner. And Brandon's a vegetarian, so he needed to get the kind of, you know, food that he can eat, and we're not vegetarians.
Yeah.
So we need to get the food that we can eat. So HEB was like the easiest thing. So we just did that, heated up our own dinner, and then just kind of like hung out, talked a little bit. And then we attempted, well, I think it was like midnight.
Yeah, at midnight.
And
we
we're
ate,
like-
and then we was gonna try to put together bikes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we said, hey, let's get started. So it's midnight, we start on one bike. We did the white. When I was watching the video, we did the white first.
Okay.
I think the white 26, I think.
Was it Jimmy's bike?
Might have been Jimmy's bike. Yeah. So we did that. And then kind of like we started losing our steam after that.
Yeah. It was like the battery had mocked you already. Was foul.
So yeah, we kind of ran out of juice. Finished that first bike about 1 and said, we'll tackle the rest on Friday. So then ended day 2.
Yep.
Day 3 comes around. We don't get a really early start either. But
It was tired as
yeah,
well.
we're still tired. We basically then put together the 4 bikes, but realized, hey, we forgot the grease. So we didn't bring any grease with us. And so we kind of put everything together with the thought of, okay, we got to go buy some grease and then we'll put them all back later. And that's what we had to do. So for all the guys that bought the bikes, we went back and then we put the grease on. All right, so we work on the bikes. That took about a good 3 hours, I think, to put together the 4
kind
bikes.
of a long time because I had to adjust the brakes and whatnot.
Because with these Monzas, the front brake is a little tricky because it kind of has like this quick release that isn't the easiest to adjust,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it takes time. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's just, but it takes time.
Yep.
So yeah, it took us, before we knew it, it was like lunchtime already. And do we even eat lunch that day? We never, no?
No, we never. Who is that?
So I think what happened was after we finished the bikes, we were like hanging. We went to go get some coffee on the coffee spot. That perked us up, and then we drove out to 9th Street BMX, which is like a little park in the middle of the city.
Yep.
Super cool place, man.
Plenty shade, plenty
Yeah.
trees,
Lots of trees.
killer jumps.
If you guys are into like dirt jumping, you gotta check that place out.
You gotta go.
Maintained all by volunteers. Some of them that have been there for like 30 years, 20 years, whatever.
Hippie and his wife.
Yep. And just a really cool set of people. Met a lot of nice guys over there. Shout out to Hippie and his wife. We rode this kiddie pump track.
Yep, because it's all I can
Took
handle.
out the Monza, the 24, and rode this pump track. And later when we talked to Hippie, we find out that the pump track is really for little kids to keep them busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all we did was eat junk food on this trip. But yeah, go out to 9th Street, record an interview. Had a great experience out there. And only to find out later that half the interview has no audio. I have no idea why. Everything seemed to be working. And the second half of the interview with Hippie, no audio, not even any from the iPhone itself, like nothing. And that's even at Mike's. We use the mics at Mike's.
The mic at Mike's.
The mic at Mike's, and it didn't work. I don't know what the hell happened. Somehow the Rode mics didn't talk to the iPhone. And yeah, so we got audio isn't that great in that Mike's Bikes Fat Lip interview. I mean, it's there, but you can just tell it's not coming from dedicated mics. So I'm kind of bummed about the audio issues that we had on the trip.
Yeah, because I wanted to watch all that stuff again.
Yeah. So anyway, we had a great time though at 9th Street. If you guys ever get a chance to go there to Austin, you guys got to check it out.
You guys got to go on one of their rides.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we rushed back. I mean, we literally had to like rush back.
Yeah.
We didn't eat anything.
Yep.
Had nothing else
Running on
for
fumes.
dinner. Nothing for lunch. We had yogurt for breakfast.
Yeah, baby.
And then had enough time to come home, grab the bikes, and then we had to ride 4 miles to the rideout spot for Thursday night's ride. I mean, beautiful place we rode though.
Yeah.
Like we were along this kind of like this path along the river, and it was super nice. I mean, just gorgeous. So we get to the rideout spot and like 2 guys are there. What did you think when we got there?
When we got to that area?
Yeah. And then like we get there and there's only 2 guys there.
Yeah, I was like, so who else going?
I know, I was like, is there a ride tonight? Whoa!
Watch out.
Where did that come from?
That was always there.
That was always there?
Yeah. I thought you knew, so I never seen nothing.
Oh, I don't remember that. Oh well. Good thing I'm agile.
Bro, I'm glad you never crashed, right?
That would not be good to crash on this bike with the bougie pedals.
Yeah, with your bougie pedals.
With the camera on the front.
You would have to call Mike. Hey, Mike, I need a set of pedals.
I need a new set of cages. How's this place?
Looking like timbers.
Wow. And this guy goes the wrong way. Wow. This is like a whole set of like luxury homes. So anyway, we get to the rideout spot. There's 2 guys. And we're like, is this a spot? And they're like, yep. We introduce ourselves and they're like, oh yeah, you guys are supposed to be on the ride last night. And we're like, yeah, we didn't have any bikes last night.
Yeah.
Well, bikes that were put together anyway. And we didn't come back to our house until like 10 o'clock at night. So couldn't do that ride on Thursday with them. But anyway, hung out there for like an hour. Must have been about an hour, yeah?
Yeah. Kind of a long time before everybody actually showed up.
Kind of waited like a long time before everybody showed up. finally everybody showed up at like maybe about an hour later at least.
And when they'd show up, it felt like everybody had show up on time.
Yeah, so I don't know if we had the wrong time. Like maybe our time was an hour, I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean, Willie ride from his house too, he said.
Yeah. But we went on a ride with them. It was about maybe 50 people. 50, 60 people around there.
That's still plenty.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's my first time.
Yeah, and that was Bernie's first ride out.
Brah.
And we were booking it, man. Like.
Yeah. We were on a mission, man.
Yeah. Pause here real quick. Ugh. That was yeah, that was a really interesting ride.
Yeah, that was good for my baptism.
Right?
Yeah. But it's weird because you're on a ride like that, not on your bike.
Yeah, it was like we're riding someone else's bike.
Mm-hmm.
And they were the brand new Monzas. And so Bernie was on, he had to ride the 24 because we had sold
his life.
So Jimmy, we didn't want to ride Jimmy's 26. No, that was Tyler's 26.
Tyler's 26.
Tyler's 26. Tyler brought the 26. So we didn't want to ride Tyler's white bike in the ride out and dirty that thing up. So Bernie had to ride the 24 in chrome.
Which wasn't too bad.
No, it was fine. I like those bikes are perfect.
They are. I mean,
for the speed we were going.
Yeah.
That was a perfect.
That was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was tripping.
But we were going into like places that was like super dark.
Oh yeah.
And on the side of the road and
in the middle of the road, in the middle of traffic.
Yeah. So we definitely were breaking some
serious
some road laws.
Oh. Thank God we never get whacked.
But yeah, but I think, and then this group stopped at a couple of bars along the way. So that stretched out. I think each stop was about half hour to 45 minutes at least.
Yeah. Well, those guys, you know, they run on alcohol, so you gotta like, you know.
And so I think we even ended up at another bar.
Yeah.
And that was like, shoot, that was like 11 o'clock when we did that, right?
Yeah.
And then we broke off and we're like, hey, we gotta go back. So then we rode back we had to ride another, I don't know how many miles back to the Airbnb. So we didn't get back until like midnight.
Of course.
Right?
As our time then.
And then, well, at least you guys had food.
As the time you'd eat the yogurt.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was like Thursday night. And we're like, we're like so starving because we didn't eat lunch. We didn't eat dinner.
Yeah.
And then you and Brandon had bought like extra like dinner food. Well, and I didn't.
Yeah, for some reason I'd kind of prepare myself. I don't know, I just bought extra just in case.
Were you gonna eat 2 of those things the first night?
No.
No?
Eventually
I only
bought
one. Like I only bought one the night before. And then I was like, but then you and Brandon had bought extra, and I was like, I didn't think about buying extra. So like,
yeah, I was covering my own bases because you never know what's going to happen, and had happened. You know.
So we get back to the Airbnb at like midnight, and it was like we were just wiped out because that was the night of the cramps.
Oh.
Wasn't that the night we got?
I don't know. We got cramps twice.
No, it was worse Thursday. So Thursday, we had to ride.
Oh yeah.
We had to ride up this last hill.
Yeah. Oh, that bugger was
And
steep.
it was like 11 something at night, and we were just wiped, like kind of dehydrated, like wiped out, and we were just. So we had this one long hill to go up, and I was already getting a cramp in one of my thighs. And we hit this hill, and I was like, then both sides started to cramp up, and I was like, I am not stopping. Because if I stop, I'm not going to be able to keep going. So I just powered through the hill, just like with cramps, just with my legs, with my muscles, just super tight.
Yeah.
And just going, powered through it. Made it to the top of the hill, turned around and nobody was there. You and Brandon were like way down the hill.
Yeah.
But I got off the bike.
And then you
I got off the
realize,
bike and I was like frozen. Like I couldn't move. Like everything was just super tight.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
how
just
I
was
was.
like, oh my God. Oh, I was just like in pain, bro. It was like, I never had that happen before. And then you get up there and then the same thing happened to you. Brandon
Yeah.
was the only one that didn't really have that. He wasn't cramping, but it
he's
was,
a young buck.
it was brutal, man.
Yeah, well,
So I had to wait there like a good 10, 15 minutes until the cramps subsided, and then we went down to like 7-Eleven. I think that was the night, yeah?
yeah, we went to the Ghetto 7-Eleven.
Yeah, went to this 7-Eleven that wasn't in the best spot.
Yeah, when you see armed security guard, you know you're not in the right part of town.
But picked up some Gatorade and then it was okay to get back home. But yeah, by the time we got back home, I was like, where am I gonna go? I'm gonna have to go get like junk food again. So I had like yogurt and granola in the refrigerator, so I ate that instead.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, so that was my dinner that night. I ate granola and yogurt and a little piece of like pound cake or whatever.
That's
that
funny.
Sucked. That
Dude,
sucked.
You know, I was thinking about it now that I stay home.
Mm-hmm.
We could have called Grubhub or something.
Yeah, we could have done an Uber Eats or something like that, I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking.
You know.
We could have had a little
But
bit better.
those things have like a bunch of fees on it though. You gotta pay like an additional like
But we were hungry,
$6
man.
or whatever to deliver, and then you gotta tip the guy, and then it becomes like another, you know, then your like Wendy's meal comes like $30 or whatever, you know.
Granola tasted good.
Yeah,
then.
granola was like that's the best I could do.
I had some HEB. What is that?
You had
Spaghetti and meatballs.
At least you had something that was
The other night I had
somewhat
full.
filling.
I had full Italian. I had pasta with Caesar salad. So, I mean, kind of ate good.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And that was what, day 3?
Yeah.
Day 3.
But yeah.
All right, let's keep moving. We'll talk about day 4. So day 4 was Saturday. And what do we do Saturday? We worked on the bikes again, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's about lunchtime today. We still haven't eaten anything
I told
really
Kevin,
good.
dude, you gotta put food in your body.
Yeah, so we're gonna go and check out In-N-Out
Burgers.
Burger, man. Like In-N-Out Burger is in Texas. Who knew? And so we're gonna go check that out today. But I'm gonna show you. This is the Monza house because
Yeah.
Bernie just put the finishing touches on all of the bikes. We had to pick up some grease to be able to put them in where we needed to put them. Yesterday we didn't have that, so we had to kind of take things apart again, put them back, adjust the brakes. We had a brake caliper that was bent that we had to kind of adjust as well.
I never banned them.
But
Came
yeah,
out of the box.
came out of the
like
box like that. But everything is looking good. So let me show you the house though.
Because we had to we got the grease.
Yeah, we had to like
We got
backtrack
the
what we
grease.
did.
We had to go buy a screwdriver because we needed to make some adjustments on the brakes, right?
Yeah, I don't know why I never think to bring my Phillips screwdriver, but I
Yeah.
never.
So we didn't have a screwdriver, so Bernie had to go buy one at like a AutoZone or something like that. So we bought the grease, bought the screwdriver, and then we had to go back to all the bikes
All the bikes.
and work on all of them again to put proper grease on them and to adjust all the brakes, get
Lube
them all
up.
good. I'm trying to think, what else did we do Saturday?
That was it, man. And after that, we were.
Where do we have lunch that day?
That's a good question. It's not memorable. I don't know.
Saturday was a blur. Here comes our hardest part of this ride.
Whew. Okay.
That hill wasn't bad. This next one is the one that's worse. Let's go.
More worse when you go in racing seat on.
Yeah, Bernie has the Kauaʻi hard plastic seat on his
all looks,
touch.
no comfort.
All looks, yeah, no comfort.
See, I am the purist, man.
Suffer for your craft.
That's right. I am OG.
Not me. I got the soft seat. I don't care. You can judge me for it.
Hey, I give those guys on 20s though, that was on the ride with us,
Yes.
credit.
Yeah. There are quite a bit of guys that rode 20s on the ride out on Saturday. Okay, we gotta get up this hill because I can't talk.
I know. But, you know, that ride 2 days straight, you know, it's like one jump start for our body.
Yeah, we definitely have to ride more.
Because I think I'd be more in pain about this part. And then again, I own my bike
Yeah.
that is fitted for me.
All right, so I kind of remember Saturday. I think we got a late start. Remember, we kind of slept in.
Yeah,
Then we worked on the bikes.
yeah. Then we go get coffee.
Oh, was that the day we got caught? No.
No, we go eat.
Where did we eat? Oh, In-N-Out.
Yes.
How can I forget that?
Yeah.
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 So day 4, got a late start, worked on the bikes, and then drove to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
And then came back. Oh, and I think, yeah, and then we got ready for the ride out.
Yeah.
And then rode in that big Texas BMX Roundup ride out, which was Saturday. They met at the bridge and got to meet Tyler in person.
Yeah.
Shout out Tyler.
Tyler's got a cool bike.
Oh, his race ink is badass.
Yeah.
Like that thing was beautiful.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. When I grow up, I'll like be on detailer like Tyler.
And we got to meet some other guys.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, like, we don't remember like names and stuff. Like there were so many people we were meeting that weekend.
Because we met 2 or 3 of Tyler's buddies and they had nice bikes too.
Yeah. And then Jesus came over, the guy that bought
Yeah.
the Monza.
Yeah,
we
I
took
remember
a picture
that.
with him. And then He saw the bike, and then yeah, because he ended up buying the one that I was riding.
Who
He bought
ended?
the 26 Chrome.
Oh, he bought that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Who had bought a bike that Charles had ride?
There was what is that guy's name? Can't think of his name right now. I have it in my phone. But that guy bought it at the show.
Yeah.
And then we had another guy, Anthony, bought the last bike at the show as well. So those are like great prices, man. Like 30% off for those bikes that were slightly used.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty awesome.
I mean, that one's smoking deal.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a smoking deal. So we appreciate everybody that bought a bike, because that meant we didn't have to worry about bringing it home or shipping it or finding a bike shop to hold it. So that was awesome. So we thank all of you guys that bought bikes
Yeah, thank you very much.
that day. That was awesome.
That is super awesome, because then we never had to worry about what we was going to do with them.
Yeah. Well, what did you think about the second ride out, where we had like hundreds of people?
First was kind of overwhelming. And then after that, when I started just getting used to it, was good fun.
Yeah.
It was like super good fun.
It was kind of all about like just trying to keep a distance from other people around you, because you
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you gotta.
Like there were some guys busting wheelies, and we saw like some really like those 36-inch bikes.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just more about like kind of like trying to keep aware of what was around me and giving myself enough space from other people. But then it was also a good chance to like talk to guys like Tyler.
Yeah, he'd
You
ride
know,
with us most of the way.
He rode with us most of the way. And there was this other guy from Okinawa. Well, he's going to Okinawa. He's not from Okinawa, but he was going to be moving there. We chatted up a bit, and I mean, it was a great ride.
It was an awesome ride. I mean, you know, I think like maybe once or twice you and I had split up. Like he was way
we
in
got
front.
separated like
Yeah.
a little bit.
I was kind of confused at the roundabout.
Oh, yeah.
We'd stop.
Yeah, because like guys, we hit this roundabout, and people were just going in circles, and then we were like, okay, what are we supposed to do? So I just pulled off on the side immediately,
Yeah.
and I figured, okay, we'll figure this out. Somebody will tell us what to do, and eventually everyone took off.
Yeah.
But I just was like, I'm gonna just let everyone ride and just hang out on the side. But yeah, that was the night of the rain.
Oh yeah, the torrential downpour.
So we're riding, and we got about halfway. I mean, I want to say it was halfway through the ride. Might have been less, might have been more. I don't even know like where we even were, dude.
I don't know.
Like,
All I know is we'd stopped wherever that place was.
yeah. So we stopped at some place, and we could see in the distance in that direction we were going. It was just super dark.
And
you
lightning.
You could already see lightning, and we're like, that doesn't look good. I think it's time to like call it. It was like 8:15 at night. So made the call to like turn around and head back. We were about 8 miles from the Airbnb at that time, and it was like a 45-minute ride. And so we booked it as fast as we could. I mean,
We'd motor them.
we tried to beat that storm that was coming, and it got pretty nasty. Like the wind started to whip up.
Yeah, it was like one mini monsoon.
Yeah, the temperature dropped,
Yeah.
and the wind was blowing, and you could see more lightning was in the sky, It came really dark and ugly.
Oh, the temperature had dropped, increased
Car.
to the max. Had get cold.
Yeah. So we're like, we made it to like the path, the bike path.
Oh.
And part of the bike path is like pitch black. So you need to have lights.
Yeah.
And I'm like leading the pack and I'm just flying it, man. I'm going as fast as I can pedal. And we come out of the bike path and then we start feeling the drops. Actually, we were still on the path and we were feeling drops.
Yeah.
We come out of the path onto the road and it just starts pouring, man.
Oh, that thing had dumped.
Like drops that were huge.
Like,
and
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, and it just got worse and worse. The wind's whipping, like lightning is like flashing, and like it was crazy. And we're just drenched. Like before too long, we're just completely soaking wet. And we're just flying through puddles. Water's like flying up all over.
You can't even see.
Yep. And then I got kind of like confused on where we were and if we had to go further up or take a left or whatever. And so, yeah, it was crazy. That was the most rain that I've ever seen that we were in a ride.
Yeah, head to toe, we was like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, literally, we were drenched. Like water out of the shoes, kind of drenched. Everything's completely soaked into the bone. And then what do? We went back to the house, changed clothes, dried off, and then we had to take Charles back to his hotel, and then we had to find a place to eat. And sadly, we ate at an IHOP.
Ghetto fabulous kind.
Yeah. I mean, Wendy's, Raising Cane's, McDonald's, In-N-Out,
IHOP.
and IHOP.
Yeah, baby. IHOP.
It was a tour of junk food. And then that was day 5, I guess, or 4. Day 4? I don't know. But that was Saturday. And then we came back again after midnight. And we called it a day. And then our last day on Sunday, we got up early, packed the bikes, got them all loaded, headed out to the new venue because the first one is at a bike track outside and it was gonna rain. So Angel moved it to a middle school gym and cafeteria, which is better because it was air conditioned. And yeah, and then we did the show. Did that all day until 3 o'clock. Met a ton of people, had a blast, and sold the rest of the bikes, and kind of that was it. What did you think of the show? Because you didn't even get a chance.
If I had actually like go to the other side in the gymnasium.
Yeah. Because Bernie didn't even look at all the old school bikes. He just pretty much stayed on the side of where we were with the tent. So
I don't think I'd walk around the whole place. I just went, bathroom, tent, that's it.
yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
I think you just pretty much just stayed on one side. I went to go film the other side because there were some amazing bikes on that side.
Yeah.
And
what, the audio never come out too on that side?
That side I never need audio because I just was filming.
Oh.
So, and we didn't really do any interviews on Sunday. We were just busy in the booth. Didn't get a whole lot of time to even talk to people other than people that came to the booth, right? Because we're kind of like just the booth, we were always busy.
Yeah, we were.
There was pretty much somebody almost the whole time at the booth. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Hung out with Jimmy again, or Tyler.
Tyler.
And then got to meet Jimmy. Jimmy stopped by
Yeah.
on his way home from his trip that he was on. So we were talking to him. Met the dude that gave us the shirts.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
The, manhole cover shirts. We'll show you those. Those are pretty fire. Yeah, it was a super nice guy. Just gave us free shirts.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I made these for you guys. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
nobody
that was
makes
kinda
me
cool,
stuff.
right?
Yeah. Trippy.
So all in all, it was just a great trip. Met a lot of people. Experienced a whole new city. Bernie got to go on his first ride out.
Yep.
So
Was nice.
yeah, that's pretty cool. That was it. And then we flew home early the next morning. So
Yep. The journey had begun, and
as
That was
quickly
a-
as it began, it ended. And then we had to endure that long flight home.
that's rough.
But we did get upgrades
Yes.
along the way. So
We manifested seats.
manifested better seats on the way home. We lucked
Yeah.
out. Even going, we got better
Yup.
seats thanks to some people that knew my wife
Yeah.
and just some nice people in California,
Yep.
right? So
They hooked us up.
yeah, that was pretty cool. Well, I think that was our trip.
Yep.
So
then-
awesomeness, tiring.
Yeah.
2 words that describe that trip.
More tiring for you,
More
though.
tiring. But I think that was it. So that's our recap of the Texas BMX Roundup. And this will probably post after that video. So you'll be able to kind of see that video, and then if you want to watch this one after that one, just to kind of get our thoughts on each day. That'll probably be one video. I didn't shoot enough to make videos every single day. My plan was to shoot a video a day, and I'm just not in that vlogging like headspace.
It's hard.
Yeah, Brandon was doing it. That guy
Yeah.
was just,
Yep.
his camera was out all the time.
He
and
was.
recording every single thing, but
Yep.
I just was not in that. I'm not used to that. So I did not shoot nearly enough. So I think for our trip video, it's just gonna be one video that just shows the whole trip. Besides the Mike Bikes thing, I think we're gonna make that that's gonna be a separate video. So anyway, if you stuck around this long, thank you, consider liking it, and if you're not a subscriber, we'd love to have you. Join our little community of BMX enthusiasts that are old, middle-aged guys on bikes. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. So until then, hey, take care of one another, be safe.
Aloha.